What's going on, YouTube? This is Jim Fanis, aka Viper Magic, joined with my lovely wife, Miss Rachel. How are you doing today, Miss Rachel?
I'm good. We just finished watching the Nintendo Direct.
We did. I decided we would do a video per E3 announcement. It's going to take a while to get through all of them, but first was the Nintendo Direct, focused solely on Smash Brothers. So going into this, there was some leaks online.
Way too many leaks online. I felt like I knew almost everything that was coming, and to be honest, I was kind of disappointed. I've actually been really disappointed about how many leaks I've seen on E3 information because I like to see it all as it's happening. I like to have that element of shock and awe going on.
So going into Smash, the rumors were that both Ryu and Roy were going to be coming, and that was the fact. However, I will say that I was super pumped, even though I already knew going into it when I watched it. I was stoked.
I was pretty excited too. I like that they focused on getting a lot of new fighting characters. I thought that was a pretty cool addition to Smash. Obviously, it's a Nintendo franchise, but to see some other fighting franchises was good to me. I liked that.
Okay, so I figure probably the best thing is we'll just jump right into the list. We have a list here that we pulled from the Nintendo website and through Rachel's handy-dandy handwritten notes.
Which only I can read, by the way.
I wrote no notes whatsoever because I was just gawking the entire time at how cool the announcements were.
It looks something like this.
Right. Okay, so we'll just go top to bottom here. Obviously, Ryu was announced. It means dragon in Japanese, by the way. You know how I know this is because I have a dragon tat. Not because of him, not because of him, but it just so happens the guy... Anyway, so let's talk a little bit about him. He's going to be coming to both the Wii U and the 3DS. As a matter of fact, all these characters are, which was great.
Yep.
There's dropping that segregation of these are Wii U stages, these are 3DS stages. Everything's available for everything, and I love that.
So when we do talk about price, you'll only hear about the Wii U and the 3DS price together because why would you ever buy them separately? If you have both, you need them both.
You need both.
It's just simple math.
It is. And it's actually, it makes sense if you're going to, it's cheaper to buy them both as opposed to piecemeal. Yep. Okay, so this guy is going to be OP as hell.
So I was very excited when I saw the Hadouken come out. Super excited. And then when they told me I could do it with one button, it's going to be Hadouken City when I play. Game on. So
they're doing some new things different with him that they have not done with other characters. Specifically, he has more than one way to do the same move. So as you were alluding to, Hadouken is his B ranged attack. Everybody has a ranged attack. Samus shoots a gun, Link throws a boomerang, whatever. His is the Hadouken. However, if you want to do old school, you can do down, down, forward, forward punch and throw Hadouken as well.
And all of your attacks depend on how long you hold the button. So if you just tap it, you do a different attack than if you hold it.
Correct.
Which, I mean, come on.
That to me breaks the game. So
why would you ever play with anyone other than him? So
Smash has always been based around your regular attack in any of the directions, plus a smash attack, or your B button attack in any direction. So using Link as an example, B, just regular B would be a boomerang, forward B would be a bow and arrow, a bomb, and with Ryu, now they're saying that holding forward and kick as opposed to tapping kick as opposed to holding forward and holding kick will do a different type of maneuver. So he's basically getting double the set of moves than everyone else.
At least double.
And they did say that each would have a strong, medium, and heavy variant, which implies potentially triple set of moves of any other character in the game. And I think that that's a cool idea, but I think if they were going to implement that, they should have implemented that across the board.
Well, and you haven't even talked about the one-button KO.
Right, so...
I mean, why would you play with anyone else that doesn't have this same set of moves?
So, the one of his infamous moves is the Dragon Uppercut. Oh, you could... Where he does that Dragon Uppercut. And there is a button combination that you can... I think it was up and B by default. However, you could do the mapping in the game, which was forward, down, and down, forward punch. And he would do it. And they said in the stream that there could potentially be a one-hit knockout.
In addition to that, it can take out more than one player while it's happening.
Right. So the closest thing that I thought to when I was watching that was Little Mac's KO meter. When his KO meter is full, there's a chance that you could do a one-button knockout, or it's a button combination as a knockout. However, the kind of trade-off with Little Mac that I always thought was that he sucked in the air and he didn't have very good maneuverability. So that was kind of the trade-off. You got a more offensive based at the sacrifice of maneuverability.
Well, and as you saw, his moves can be used to move him back onto the screen as well. You saw him with the spinning sidekick. He was off the screen, should have been knocked out, and was able to spin back onto the screen.
Well, if that was his up B attack, every fighter does have a accessibility type move that can launch them back in. But it did kind of imply he had more than one. I will agree with that. So it looked like he could use his dragon uppercut to come back in, or he could do a spinning kick to come back across the stage. You're right. So I think that this is going to be awesome. I mean, I'm excited for it. I'm a huge Street Fighter guy. So no brainer I'm going to get it, but I think he broke the game.
Well, and they also did say he's based off of his Street Fighter 2 model, but he does have some Street Fighter 3 moves, so keep an eye out for that as well.
So you get the Flaming Hadouken. That was not in Street Fighter 2. You get that big fireball if you wanted to. So he's going for $7 on both the Wii U and on the 3DS, and he includes his Suzaku Castle stage.
Yep.
Which has some new features in it as well. The big feature that they were talking about was it has the Omega form, which means there's no platforms. It's just a long, flat piece. However, this is the first time that the music's actually going to change as the timer runs down, which is something that the other maps didn't have, which is kind of neat. So I don't think it'd be impossible for them to go back and tweak the other levels. They probably won't. However, if you think of like Mario, when you get to close to the end, it's like do-do-do-do-do-do, and then the music's faster.
Yep.
In this stage, they're going to do the same thing where I think about 30 seconds left, they're going to switch the music over to match what was in Street Fighter. So that's a kind of neat touch as well. The stage you could get, I think the stage comes with Rue. You can't just buy the stage by itself.
Yes, the stage comes with Rue.
Why you'd ever want to buy the stage and not the most overpowered character in the game, I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense, but maybe that's what your cup of tea is.
Okay, so that's the first new character they announced. They also announced another leak that we kind of knew was coming, unfortunately, but I was still excited for, is Roy from Fire Emblem.
Sweet. Do you guys know what this means? Another Amiibo unicorn from Fire Emblem.
That's right.
Because every other one wasn't. Oh, wait, it was. And even with restocks that are coming, still unicorn.
Still hard to find those Marths out there. Thank you, importing from Japan, or eBay, or whoever we got ours. Yeah, so Roy is... he's going to be a cool character. I'm a big fan of the Fire Emblem series. I played through Fire Emblem with him in it. He's another sword character. The difference between him and some of the other characters is while the other characters do more damage towards the tip of their sword, he's actually stronger at the base, which means he is most effective hugging. Really, really close to people.
So what I appreciated was the redesign that they did on him from his original character form.
Yeah, he looks cool.
A lot more detail added. I'm excited to see him both in-game and as an amiibo.
Yeah, he's going to be cool. His ultimate was really, really cool. Very similar to what Lucina's is, where they kind of emulated the little health bar ticks that each character had. Yep. You could see their health bars wind down, and it was this big wind-up attack. And what was cool about his special that I don't think any other character special has is his actually starts behind him and wraps around forward in front of him and then pushes out. So there's times that I know when I'm playing, I'll wind up for like a huge special move and I miss because the guy's right behind me. In this one, it seems like he's going to actually collect people directly behind him and then all the way in front of him. So I think that's a cool feature of his. We'll have to see how he plays out. I don't think he's going to be insanely strong or weak compared to other characters. I think it's probably just another skin almost, if you want to look at it that way.
Now, it was cool, though, that his moves seem to be his moves from the Fire Emblem games. So
yep.
that looks like it's a nice touch that
Yes.
Nintendo put on this game.
I agree. And Lucas from Mother 3. I have never played Mother 3. I actually thought this guy was from Earthbound. I know nothing about Lucas, but he looks cool, and he's going to be one of those characters that I beat the shit out of.
So Roy and Lucas both $5 for both platforms.
Right, right. And Lucas, he's like a little punk. He's like the kid in the back of the class who's like just annoying. So when I play, like for me, Fox, I always go after Fox. Fox is my arch nemesis in Smash. I will always take Fox out. When I'm playing, he's like my rival. And now Lucas is going to be his tag team partner. I'm going to buy him. I'll probably play with him one time just to say I did it. But I'm just going to shred that dude. He's going to never have a chance. In my little world, Proto Jimmy, which is my Proto Man, Jimmy Me, is going to kick the snot out of Lucas. Just saying.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the new characters they debuted. All of those are going to be coming with Amiibo.
Yes.
So you're going to have to wait in line for Rue because you know that guy's going to be freaking impossible to find.
So let's also talk about Amiibo release dates.
Okay.
While we're on the
subject
of Amiibos, which very important in this household, got to collect them all.
Yes.
And currently, we are sitting at a full collection of what has been released.
Yes, to date we are, as of June 14th.
However, Wave 5 is coming. Along with it will be my tears, as I consider how many places I'm going to have to wait in line for the exclusives. Please, Nintendo, please, please, no more exclusives, please.
No more store exclusives.
Please, I'm begging you.
Walmart and Best Buy are up next, right? We've already gone through the wave once with all the Gold Mario, all that stuff. Greninja was this one for Toys R Us.
Ness for GameStop. And Jigglypuff for Target. So it sounds like Dark Pit is coming to Best Buy, which, man, I'm not really looking forward to that. Meta Knight wasn't handled very well. But, again, what are you going to do? Nothing other than beg. Please, Nintendo, please! No more exclusives!
Have they announced the Walmart one, by the way?
No, they haven't. They actually haven't announced Dark Pit yet either as a Best Buy exclusive. That's just rumors.
That's what Reddit says.
However, Reddit's usually pretty accurate.
Yeah.
But hopefully, we will be getting a lot more restocks.
That would be cool.
But I still hate to wait for the restock. I want to have it now. I need it. I need it. I need it. So anyway.
Okay, back to the release dates.
So we've heard that we are getting 3 Mii fighters.
Yes, one for each. You're going to get the Brawler. Oh, where's my notes?
The Gunner.
I wrote it down here, didn't I? Did you delete my notes?
No. It should be further down.
Oh, here's my notes. See, I got my notes on the sides here. Brawler, Sword Fighter, and Gunner. How did you not know that? Come on.
Well, if you hadn't freaked out about losing your notes, we'd have been fine. So anyway, those 3 are coming out.
Yep.
Along with Rob.
The Robot.
Duck Hunt.
Oh, Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt. I know, sweetie. Duck Hunt.
I love that game, man.
Mr. Game & Watch. Falco. So those are coming out in September.
Get ready.
Seems like it's a long time away, but it's really not.
Get that F5 key ready.
Maybe if you start now, you'll have a chance of getting them pre-ordered. Then there are also going to be a Mewtwo, Lucas, and Roy, and Ryu as well. But we don't have release dates on those yet.
In development.
So
the cool thing with Game & Watch is that he's actually going to have different poses. He's the first one that's going to have... It looks like he has a bunch of accessories, maybe, that you could, like the hammer, the big anvil thing, or all these different poses that you could put him in. Which no one will, but it's cool to have.
Well, you might. I don't know. Maybe, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Mine aren't even opened yet. We have we'll be doing a video at some point of the 5,000 we have upstairs that are covering the game room that are still in the box. I don't know why.
Oh, no, a bunch of them have been open. We've opened more than half of them. But, sometimes it's nice to just see them.
Okay, so in addition to the new characters and the new Amiibo that are coming, they also announced a slew of new skins for your custom Mii fighter. So... Their big draw on this was that they're uniting the fighting world. We have obviously Smash, which is a pillar of fighting games. We have Rue coming to support Street Fighter, and now they're throwing in Virtua Fighter. We're gonna get Akira and Jackie, which is really cool. Yes. Now I love spamming Kick with Jackie and his sister Sarah Bryant in Virtua Fighter. Rachel and I almost broke up like 10 times because I would just absolutely go bananas with Sarah just doing kick against Jackie.
So I have to say, I'm very disappointed with the costumes. We've only got one female costume coming out. Come on.
Isabelle.
Right, so you're going to see...
Oh, she's the female. You're right.
One female character, Animal Crossing, and unfortunately...
Well, Splatoon Girl's a girl.
Yeah, but again... Unfortunately, Isabel, not my favorite
Yeah, that
costume.
was a weird one.
It's kind of weird. Her head's like on top of your Mii fighter head.
It's like you killed her.
It's very strange. It's almost like you're wearing her skin.
Yeah, it is. I was just going to say that.
You're wrapped in like an Isabel skin.
Oh, Isabel.
Which is kind of creepy. I can't.
It is kind of creepy.
Can't lie. It's actually very creepy.
So you got Akira and Jackie from Virtua Fighter. You got my absolute favorite, which I marked out to Zero, coming from MegaMan.exe. Zero the hero. Dun, 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 dun. Remember, he dies. He sacrifices himself. X takes his arm cannon and defeats Sigma. I mean, I could well up think. I'm not kidding. You got MegaMan.exe coming from Mega Man. You have Isabel, which we talked about, which we're not so excited about. Heihachi comes from Tekken. That's the other pillar. You got Street Fighter. You got Smash. You got Tekken. You got actually 4 pillars. There's pillars everywhere. Heihachi, you know this guy. He was one of the first exclusives back when they were doing fighting games. He was one of the first to come to PlayStation. Link, I remember Link was Soul Calibur. He was on Soul Calibur for PlayStation.
Yes.
So that was the first time I was introduced to him. I got it for the GameCube, which had Link, which was amazing. I mean, come on, Link, right? Anyways, Heihachi's coming, and then as we mentioned, we have the Splatoon boy and Splatoon girl, and then their standalone DLC, which is just a squid hat, which is just a pure accessory.
So all of these are $1.15 each.
Correct.
Hopefully Nintendo will put together a bundle, but...
They have, and I'm going to get to that in a second.
Okay, good.
Okay, so we've talked about the new fighters. We've talked about the new skins. We have not talked about the other new stage, which is...
Kirby Dream Land.
Yay. Now, this is a cool stage. I like this stage. I'm glad this stage made a comeback, because in the middle is that big tree, and he will just blow a bunch of wind randomly, and if you're low on health, you're going for a ride.
That was not my favorite stage.
So I liked it. And I think he dropped apples you could throw or eat. One of the two, I don't remember. They said they've made some minor changes. We'll have to see how it plays out. So that's kind of cool. In addition, they said that they're introducing a Miiverse stage, which I thought was really cool.
So the Miiverse stage is awesome. You can input messages using your gamepad, and it'll show up in the background of other people's games.
Okay, so what you're... Yes.
Here it comes. I can grief all the randos all the time, because that's what it's going to lead to. In theory, it's a great idea. In practice and execution, it's a whole bunch of griefers.
Okay, so hold on. So you have to submit a drawing per fighter. So you're going to draw your Kirby drawing. If your Kirby looks like a big ween, okay. If enough people voted up, to the top, when you play as Kirby on the Miiverse stage, there is a chance they will pull that drawing and it will be in the background. So, it could be the world's biggest troll, that big wiener Kirby is cheering you on. Now, Nintendo has been always like family friendly, so it's hard to say if they're going to have a filter or not, but we might be able to sneak a ween Kirby through. I'm just saying, or like Boob Zelda or something.
Well, but it doesn't even have to be a drawing, though. It could just be words on the screen.
It's anything you want. Yeah, it's anything you want.
I mean, come on.
It's anything you want.
You really don't think that people are going to try and grief other people? Really? Come on.
I mean...
Get real! You know they are.
If it's voted up, if people don't vote it up, you'll never see it. It'll never be seen. It's probably gonna be G-rated. You know, this is the truth. Really, honest to God, this is the truth. They probably already have drawings done for everyone that they're gonna put in. Just like this vote for who you want it to be was a sham. We all voted for Snake. Everybody voted for Solid Snake.
I would agree.
We want David Hayter back in Metal Gear Solid. We want Solid Snake back in Smash. We didn't get it. So this is probably some maybe 1% of fan drawings will make it into the game. They probably have a list of stuff going right now.
So I don't know about you guys, but I'm pretty bad at drawing in general. And then when you put me on the gamepad to draw, it looks like I'm putting stick figures on. So, oh look, here's my Rosalina. Oh, she looks just like my Link, who looks just like my Zelda.
Right.
They're all little stick figures. So if you see a stick figure, it's probably mine.
So I think that's cool, though. They said there may be other stages in development, but they're reaching their cycle of... the guy alluded to that they're reaching the end of stage development. We'll see. There's always room for more stages.
There's always room for DLC.
Pack it in. Pack it in.
There's always room for DLC and more money.
Yeah, this is a money printing machine. Okay, the last big piece of news that I saw was... Well, two big pieces of news. The first was that the Wii U will now be able to post videos on YouTube. So if you do have an active YouTube account and you want to monetize it, you have to go through the Nintendo approval process. They skipped over that, but we know that's a fact. Where Nintendo takes an additional cut of the 1% or the small profits that we get. So for me, Nintendo would probably get my whole penny. I don't know, I'm up to like $10 now or something. It's horrible.
Yeah, you know.
That's whatever. Anyways, so you're going to be able to upload your videos, in theory, do some commentating. Yep. That's kind of cool that it comes in-game. Obviously, the hardcore player already has separate hardware capture set up. They probably already got a YouTube channel dedicated solely to Nintendo, so they get a little bit more of the profit. But it's still kind of cool that you could do it in-game, even if it's just for free, just to say, hey, I'm talking about this. It's a new medium in which to get gameplay footage, if you don't have a capture card like me, to get gameplay footage online. So I think that's awesome.
It helps to make them competitive with what PlayStation and Microsoft are doing with their consoles.
Absolutely.
So I think it's a great step for Nintendo.
I agree 100%.
Keep them in the fight.
I agree. And lastly, probably the biggest one is the online tournament coming.
So I don't know about you guys. I haven't had a whole lot of luck anytime I try to play online with a Nintendo game. It usually seems to lag pretty bad for me, so this isn't a big deal for me because I know I will never be able to get a good enough connection to play. But maybe if you're located really close to their servers, you will have a chance.
Well, it's like the reality is, I think we're going to see a lot of this from E3. It's going to be the rise of esports. I think YouTube has already announced that they're working on something, presumably with PlayStation. We'll find out soon. Obviously, Twitch has grown in popularity significantly after being bought up by Amazon. So the rise of esports, it's a real deal. It's coming, it's happening. Nintendo getting on the bandwagon with a very popular game, allowing for the ability for people to make up their own custom tournaments or jump into a tournament. Maybe they give away, to hype it up, maybe they give away play coins upon completion. Maybe, no, I'm like in-game, so you could use in-game currency on Smash. Maybe they give away free DLC, I don't know. The winner of this tournament will get, I don't know. Jackie's skin.
Or maybe it'll help you get to the World Championships for 2016.
I think it makes the game relevant. I think tournaments are fun. Competitive gameplay is fun. And as fun as it is to play online just randomly against games, when you have a bracket system, you naturally start to get favorites. I've seen this happen in all the Blizzard games. I mean, we went to BlizzCon. We watched major players.
Yep.
You start to root for these guys. I mean, they get a fan following. I can't see how this is a negative thing at all, with the exception of, and I'll agree with you, I think their online is still a little suspect. I think voice chat is screaming for this. You think about other games where you can watch, you can have like a chat lobby while you're watching other players fight.
Right.
That's so you can start getting commentary going, getting feedback. Yeah, it's going to be griefing. Oh, he cheated, this, that, whatever. But that's part of the course. But I think that is the element that is missing. I think that's what's going to take this idea from down here to way up here.
Yep, I would agree. I would agree. A better online system as well as some way of communicating in-game.
So on the Nintendo forum, they've announced the thing we've been beating around the bush is this is live right now.
It went live as soon as the press conference was over.
Perfect timing. He goes, it's going live now, and boom, 11 a.m. Eastern time, servers crashed.
And who didn't expect that?
So you mentioned earlier about bundles. They do actually have a bundle available right now. It's called the Collection Number 2.
Okay.
And it comes with everything, but it is at cost. There's no incentive. I've done the math. Wow. I've done Excel spreadsheets, tabulations, formulas, critical path, eigenvalues, 100%.
Maybe a little bit of exaggeration here.
So if you want Rue, Lucas, Roy, Kirby's Dreamland stage, Isabel's hat, Heihachi's wig, Akira's wig, Jackie's wig, Zero's helmet, Mega Man's helmet, Inkling wig, Inkling squid hat, and then the outfits for everyone, because it's a piece. It's the helmet and the chest of all the characters I aforementioned. It could be yours on the Wii U and on the 3DS for the low price of $29.16.
Whew.
But I'll tell you what. I don't think I would get this collection because there's a few characters in it that I don't care about.
Yeah, there's a few that I don't really care about. There's a few I don't want.
For me, Zero is my number one pick. If I could only get one thing, it's Zero. But obviously, we're going to get the new fighters. It's a no-brainer. You want the new fighters. You're going to get the new stage. And then you probably piecemeal things you want. I do have to say that Akira is cool because he's very blocky. Yeah, that is a neat thing we didn't mention. His skin is very blocky to match the old, Sega cell shaded, not cell shaded, but the very polygon-esque looking.
Right.
So probably get that. Who knows? It's $30. I mean, come on. The challenge right now is going to be getting on the servers and getting it. I could tell you when I try to download stuff on this bad boy, it is constantly disconnecting. I'm like moving around from room to room, like trying to get internet. Like I wish this had an Ethernet plug because I have such a hard time getting stuff downloaded on here. That's going to be the challenge.
And my 3DS, which isn't a new 3DS, actually has an even tougher time even just connecting to the internet. So
it does.
It's hit or miss. The Wii U is probably a better shot to get this stuff downloaded if you want to play right now.
Because we got a wired connection. Assuming the servers are up. I had a very hard time. The SmashBrothers.com website was crashing for me trying to get this information for this video. That's how hard it was to get stuff online.
So maybe you wait till, tomorrow or tonight when the Bethesda press conference is on.
Oh, I can't wait, Bethesda.
Anyway, that's a shameless plug. I have a video tonight for the Bethesda conference.
You're going to see a lot more of her, so if you guys like watching her, you got to comment, rate, subscribe. Closing thoughts on Smash Brothers. What do you think? Did it live up to the hype? Was it cool? What do you think? What's your takeaway?
I was totally psyched about everything that's coming up.
Even though you were bummed about it being leaked.
Even though I was bummed about it being leaked,
when it happened,
there really
okay.
wasn't a whole lot of surprises to me. Shame on me for looking,
Shame on you. Shame on you.
It was really hard to avoid.
I didn't actually know.
Because I've got my phone set up to send me alerts about when Amiibos go live. So every time there's something Smash related, I get a text that says, hey!
Twitter's blowing up. Twitter is blowing up.
So, but overall, I would say this delivered, and I am super stoked about the rest of the E3 press conferences that are coming up. So, on that note, we must bid you adieu until this evening.
We will be back.
With more information. It will be Bethesda-based this time.
Fallout 4, maybe Dishonored, but we won't get ahead of ourselves. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please do a favor, comment, rate, subscribe. Let us know what you think about the Smash Brothers Nintendo Direct. It was awesome. I loved it. She loved it. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys on the other side.